Today I'm going to talk about editing, as found in the film 2001: A Space Odyssey, which was created in 1968 and directed by Stanley Kubrick and edited by Ray Lovejoy. Stanley Kubrick was a very intelligent man, and he was born in New York City. Right after Dr. Strangelove, which is another movie that he directed, he made this movie, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Ray Lovejoy, who is a man who worked closely with Stanley Kubrick on also Dr. Strangelove and obviously A Space Odyssey, edited on both of these films. According to an interview done by Rolling Stone, the interviewer asked Kubrick about the relationship between his movie Full Metal Jacket and also A Space Odyssey. Kubrick actually said himself that there's something that looks very much like the monolith in 2001, which is when Cowboy in Full Metal Jacket is dying. This was very interesting that Kubrick compared two of his own movies and really found them to be similar. According to the book Looking at Movies, in Chapter 8, editing is described as the basic creative force of filmmaking. It's the process of selecting, arranging, and assembling the essential components of a movie, both visual and sound, and also special effects, in order to tell a story in a unique way. The shorthand version of this is that editing is the process of combining individual shots into a cohesive cinematic whole. This being said, there are many types of editing. Two types of editing include continuity editing and discontinuity editing. Continuity editing is editing that seeks to achieve logic and smoothness in sequence, spatial awareness, and time flow in order to tell a story in the most coherent manner possible. Discontinuity editing, which is also known as montage editing, seeks to use disjointed imagery for a desired effect. There are many types of cuts when it comes to editing. A cut is a precise point at which shot A ends and shot B begins. A specific kind of cut, called match cut, is a cut that preserves continuity between two shots. As found in the film 2001: A Space Odyssey, a match cut occurs when the dawn of man ends, found in this scene. According to RealCO, which is a website, the author explains that there's a match cut between the weapon of the bone into a more updated, modern weapon, and it is a nuclear weapons satellite, and so it kind of shows the connection between the dawn of man, which is the earlier time, and then the more advanced time, which is the time where the nuclear weapon satellite is found. The average shot length, which is another main component of film, is only 13 seconds for the average shot in this film. There are approximately 601 shots. And for this time period, that was a little different, but not too out of the box, because the average shot length for this time period was 8 to 11 seconds. So it's a little bit longer than the average. Today, the average shot length is only 4 to 6 seconds. And in Gravity's average shot length, starring Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, the average shot length was 45 seconds, and the opening shot was 17 minutes. So comparatively, that's a huge difference. Another part of Lovejoy's editing and Kubrick's directing that's very interesting and unique to this film is that it was entirely filmed on analog sound stages in Great Britain. In conclusion, 2001: A Space Odyssey is a very unique and brilliant film created by Stanley Kubrick. There are many different match cut, matches on action, matches on eyeline, continuity basics, intercutting, cross-cutting, parallel editing, jump cuts, which means that there are sudden, perhaps illogical and disoriented ellipses between two shots. Some pieces of the continuity is purposely omitted. So many of these different aspects of this film really add a sort of one-of-a-kindness and uniqueness to Kubrick's creation.